Hello, welcome to Donsky Tech. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the ESP32 to communicate with multiple PSEM to retrieve certain parameters or readings from our AC load using only the one hardware serial port coming from the ESP32. In this particular project, I'm going to show you how easy it is to use multiple PSEM and connect it to one hardware serial port using the library created by Machu Carbo. I'm not sure if I have pronounced it correctly, but the name is Mozilla PSEM004T version 3. So this library is really awesome, and the author is really responsive when it comes to your questions. So in this project, I'm going to show you how to use this library using your Platform IO IDE and our Visual Studio Code and programming it using the Arduino framework. And as you can see from the setup that I have here in my screen, I am able to retrieve the different parameters such as the frequency, voltage, and the current being retrieved from my AC load using the library Mozilla PSEM04T version 3. So I hope you will be able to find something by watching this video. So this is my PSEM004T module. It actually comes with two components. One is the board and the measuring component, which is they call this the coil CT, and it comes with different variants, such as this one is a closed CT, and then there's an open or split CT and a USB. So there's actually two ports that is of importance to you. So this one is the connection that will be connected to your microcontroller. You need an XH 2.54 millimeter connector to be able to connect to this connector head. And the one in the green are the AC load connection. So this is where you will connect your CT, and the AC load comes in here. So when you're trying to measure the AC, then it will come into these two items. So this module is actually very good when you're trying to measure the energy consumption of your AC electrical devices. And in this particular video, we'll be using this to communicate with our ESP32. Particularly, we'll use two or more PSEM004T in reading different AC load. So to start the project, all we need to do is to open our Visual Studio Code. So once the Visual Studio Code is opened, we need to check if our Platform IO extension is also installed. Next, we're going to go into the home of our quick access of the Platform IO. Then we click the new project here. We'll just rename it as ESP32-multiple PSEM 004. Then we select the board to ESP32. So I'm just going to go for the expressive ESP32 dev module. I'm going to change the location to my repository project. So I have here my Platform IO project. So this is the project. So, and then I'll click finish. Okay, once the project is set up, then we need to configure our platform IO settings. And to do that, we just need to open the platform.ini file here. In the platform.ini file, we need to set several settings. First one is the monitor filter for the exception decoder and the monitor speed. For the dependency, we need to add also the dependency, which is the library MyScylla PISM04T version 3. Next, after we have set the library dependency, we need to set also some build flags so that we will build this using the C++17 settings. So right now, I have set up everything, and as you can see, my platform IO extension automatically builds everything. If we take a look at the PIO file, then you would see that in the live dependency file, the library MyScylla PISM0040B3 is now installed. So that's how great the platform INI file is. So using this setup, we're now ready to create our project. So if we check our main.cpp now, we have this mock-up of a simple Arduino project. So in this section, we will discuss first how we can do the wiring and schematic diagram for our project. So as you can see from this image here, I have here my ESP32, and at the same time I have one PISM04T here. And in order to communicate with the PISM, then we just need to connect the 4 pin outputs of the PISM to the GPIO port of our ESP32. So the 5 volts should be connected to the 5 volts, the ground to the ground, and the RX and TX pin is connected to the hardware serial port of our ESP32, which in this case is the GPIO 27 and 14. Okay? So if we are going to communicate with multiple PISM, then the wiring should be the same. And as you can see, the only difference here is that uh, we are connected to the same RX and TX pin. So the pin 27 and the pin 14 is connected also to the RX and the TX pin of our PSM 004T. You might be asking, how will the ESP32 know which library, which PSM it needs to communicate with? So the answer to that is we need to assign a specific unique address or address ID for each PSM 004T so that the library would know which PSM he or she is talking to. So this is the setup for the connection between the PSM 004T and the ESP32. Next, I'm going to discuss the wiring and schematic with AC load. But before we continue, just a word of advice, if you're not familiar or not comfortable working with AC main lines, so ask help from somebody, because working with AC main line is dangerous and can lead to accident and even death. So for the wiring and schematic with the AC load, so all you have to do is just connect the output pin here. So for the first two pins here, we just need to connect the closed CT. This is the closed CT which is included with your PSM 004, and connect it to the line here. And then for the other one, we just need to connect the AC main line here. And from the AC main line, we need to tap the load that we are going to connect. So in this case here, I have a socket. So in that socket, we just need to put the closed CT into the active line or the main line of your AC line. So upon connection of the closed CT, then you can connect the AC load to your plug or socket. So In this particular diagram here, I have my ESP32 in here, and this is the connection for the ESP32, and this one is the connection for the AC load. So this is my socket, and this is the plug for my AC electric fan. So this is how you're going to set up or wire the schematic for your project. In this case here, I only have one, how do you call this one? I only have one PZEM 0040, but in the later section, we'll have multiple PZEM connected to the ESP32. By the way, in the next section, we will be discussing about how we are going to set the device ID of this PSEM so that we can assign a unique address for this particular PSEM. So in this section, I'm going to show you a demo on how you can set the unique device address for each of your PSEM. So I have here in my setup my ESP32, and I have connected my PSEM 0040 to my AC load here, which is an electric fan. So just follow the connection from the diagram that I have shown you before. And in order for us to communicate with multiple PSEM, then we need to set a unique device address so that we will know which PSEM we are talking to. Since we are going to connect the RX and TX pin to the same serial port of our ESP32, then a unique device address is needed for each of PSEM. And to do that, uh, all you need to do is just go into the example folder of the MySila PSEM 0040 B3, and then there is a sketch here called the set address.ino. We just have to copy this sketch, and then we're going to paste it in our main.cpp, and in our main.cpp, all we have to do is to paste it here, and then what I'm actually doing is just comment out this line since I am not gonna need these lines, and I'm just going to set the address into 0x02, and then after setting the 0x02, uh, we can now upload the program to our PSEM. By the way, prior to uploading the program, make sure that an AC load is connected to your PSEM, or we will have some issues setting the device address. So I'm going to upload it. Okay, let's wait for the program to be uploaded. And as you can see, there is a message here called the address is already set to 0x02. So you need to do these steps in all of your PSEM one by one so that you can assign a unique device address or ID for each of your PSEM. So after you have successfully set the unique device address for each of your PSEM 0040, then it's time to test out if we are able to read the power consumption of our AC load. So I have here the setup right now wherein I have my ESP32 here and two PSEM and two AC load here. And as you can see, the PSEM RX and TX pin are connected to the same hardware serial port of my ESP32. So we're not using any software serial object here. And I have two AC load here, which is a light bulb and a socket wherein I have connected my electric fan here. So we'll try to check if we are able to receive the power consumption of these two AC load. So how do we do that? First, you can go back again to our library that we have been using here, and then we'll just copy the read multi-async that ino file. So I'm going to copy it here, and then we're going to paste it into our project. So once you have paced the project, what I'm going to do is just I'm going to change first the device ID. I'm using 0x01 and 0x03 assigned for each of my two PSM. And then I'm just going to change the delay to make it a little bit longer to 2000 or 2 seconds. And then we're going to upload the program. Okay, and then let's just wait for the ESP32 to accept our new sketch. And as you can see now, we are able to read the value for the 0x01. Since the AC load are not yet power on, so we are not getting any data coming from our PSM0040. So let me power on the AC load. Okay, and as you can see from the details here, I am now able to retrieve the different parameters that we can read from our 2AC load here. So let's try to copy one setup and then try to check what are the data that we can see. So as you can see from this data, it says that my frequency is around 60 and the voltage is 235. And one thing that you can notice is that the current consumption of my light bulb is much smaller compared to my electric fan. So the current right here is 0.025 and for the electric fan is 0.235. There's also the apparent power that you can see. So the apparent power here is 5 and the other one is 55 for the other PCM connected to my electric fan. As you can see from the details that you are seeing here, it says that we are now able to use the ESP32 to connect with multiple PSM even on one hardware serial port. Because one problem that I have mentioned before is that using the serial port, I encountered several issues using with the ESP32 and the original library for the PSM. So as I have tested, this library created by Matthew Carbo is really good, I think. And as I have tested this for around a day, I did not encounter any issues. So I think you can use and test it into your setup. So in summary, my setup here contains an ESP32 and I have two PSM or multiple PSM that you can attach to your system using only one hardware serial port, and you are now able to retrieve or read the parameters coming from your AC load. So I hope you learned something from this small video. Happy exploring!